Morning, Donny Walker here. I'm up early on a Saturday morning. Gonna go up to the old shop and port a 572 Husky cylinder. Had a fella needed right away, so I kind of pushed him ahead to get it done today. So I'll go and help a little bit this morning. Go port that cylinder and back to the other shop and put it together, run it in for the fella. It's a beautiful morning here this morning, kind of calm before the next storm, they say. Supposed to get more rain the next few days, but we've had enough lately. But definitely no lack of water now in the lakes and rivers compared to the summertime when we had the drought. It's like totally opposite now. It's a beautiful morning this morning. I'm sitting down by the waterfront in Nanaimo. As you can see here, there's some boats out there. That's Newcastle Island over there. It's a park. And you can go over there and have picnics, play around. Lots of boats anchored out there. The Dingy Dock Pub, that's the floating pub over there. That's Protection Island. Quite a few houses on there. It's actually part of the city. Beautiful little island. You can take little shuttle boats over there. And yeah, the sunset's just coming up, or the sunrise is just coming up. You can kind of see Mount Baker in Washington just behind there where the sun's coming up. On a nice clear day, you can see it pretty good from Victoria and even around here. Yeah, we're not too far from the US from here. There's the Nanaimo Downtown Towers, the original kind of towers of Nanaimo. Highest apartments that were ever here for years. Now there's a few more around downtown there and whatnot. But yeah, beautiful morning. I'm gonna go out after this afternoon and check on my camper. I left it out set up out of the campsite, and I'm worried that maybe some branches or trees, or maybe hopefully there's no water in it. It's sealed pretty good though, hasn't been leaking. But I want to go check on it anyways, and maybe move it back home again. At least tarp it up. And as you know, yesterday I did all those 461s, which is cool. You know, they're a great old work saw. It's they're kind of the last old school still that is just a good workhorse. Done sold thousands of them, modified probably around the same. So if you get a chance to buy one of those still, grab one. They're still available until they get all their new ones sorted out. You know, there's nothing wrong with the new ones. They all got good power and they're light, but they're not as durable as the old ones. The old ones vibrate a little more, but hey, if you don't mind that and your hands are good, then go ahead and grab them. And like I say, they are durable. Side covers are good. You don't have a lot of wearing parts compared to the new ones that I've been seeing. Yeah, the 461, yeah, a lot of my buddies run them. 32-inch light bars on them, or regular bars. The odd time a guy will throw 36 on them, but that's a little hard on them in the bottom end bearings. They're designed more for 32 and 28 if you're in smaller wood, maybe in the interior or small wood areas, or even for firewood, man. Put a 24 on that, or a nice 28-inch light. It's an awesome saw. Just a good proven saw, the 461, like the predecessor, the 460, the 046, the 066. Seen some of those last 10, 15 years out there. Amazing old saws. Just got a message from Buckin. He sent me this Iron Horse video that Iron Horse is adapting the 066 coil onto the McCullough 125. That's cool. That's a good job. That's how you need to do it. My dad used to do that with like a plate under there as well. And I'm gonna go get one and show Iron Horse that. I'm sure he's in the right direction. Anyways, he is in the right direction. He's a smart guy. But yeah, we used to put the electronic ignition on our kart engines, on the 91B ones. And I did say a thing a while ago about when we were kart racing with the McCulloughs, where my dad, used to seal up the points with silicone so they didn't get moisture in there and not run right. But He told me he did that once, but after that he didn't tell me. But he had put electronic ignition on the 91B one, the same way as Iron Horse is kind of doing it. But he used the 850 McCulloch coils, the electronic coils on the 81s, 850s. I didn't know he did that, so we were actually cheating. Can you believe that? Oh well, we never really won anyways, you know, first place. We're always like third or fourth place, but I didn't care. We had fun, and it was always fun to go with your dad kart racing or anytime kart racing. So yeah, I'm gonna go up to my dad's. He's also got a McCulloch 850, an old racing saw, pole saw they call them. Pole saws are the ones where the loggers at the logger shows, they run up the end of the log and they cut off the end, and then they run back down and touch the end of the pole, and that's the obstacle pole saw race, which we've won many a times with our saws, with old 850 McCullochs. My dad would modify up with bigger carbs on them and port them out, and with obviously the newer models, 372. They worked really well for it. They're light, fast. Put the big bore kits on them. They're good. I know one guy even used to use a 394, but it's kind of heavy to get up there. Morning, sir. Morning. Beautiful morning, eh?
Beautiful today.
Yeah, we're gonna get a nice sunrise there today.
Back in Hawaii.
Yeah. Sometimes it feels like Hawaii here, but not the last couple of weeks.
Pardon me?
Sometimes it feels like Hawaii here, but not the last couple of weeks.
Might, but you never know.
Have a good day. Just saying hi to an old gentleman walking his old Scotty dog. Yeah. So yeah, we used in the obstacle pole, I guess. So anyways, my dad's got an old 850 sitting out there that's had the tank chopped in half, and how he used to build it, and it's just sitting there, and he said it used to be really fast. So I'm gonna go grab that, and me and Buck are gonna check out the porting he did to him, and talk to my dad a little more about that. But yeah, good job there, Iron Horse. That's cool. I got a 125. I'd like to switch over to that too. Mind you, I got new points and condenser in it, but it's nice to have electronic ignition if you don't know how to set the points up right and set your timing on them. I'm gonna do that actually. I said that a while ago. My 91B card engines on my vintage card, I'm gonna restore. I'm gonna have the motors off next week, and I'm gonna go over how to do the timing with the light and strobe light and the protractor and stuff. Something I haven't done for a lot of years, so I'm gonna have to familiarize myself back with it, or get my dad to help me, or my buddy Mark Fisher that I'm gonna restore this cart with. He was kind of my mentor when I was young. He raced carts and helped me out at the beginning with some McCulloch stuff. Plus my dad used to help him out. So then that's really what not really got me into it. My dad got me into it, but I looked up to Mark and still do. He's a great fella, and we're gonna do this together and try to get down into the US to either Seattle, Portland, Laguna, somewhere. I've been looking on the vintage cart sites, trying to figure out where there might be an event next summer, and if we're allowed in the US with the COVID stuff, but it should be all good by then. So yeah, sun's just starting to come up. Maybe stay and get a little peek of it. I've got my Starbucks. That's what I meant to say actually yesterday when I was saying I need to send a couple things to Tin Man. It reminded me right after I did the video. It's like, oh yeah, he lives in Starbuck, Manitoba. Go figure. Starbucks is my favorite coffee. And here's to you, Tin Man. Salute. Cheers. So yeah, I got to get in, I guess, and get that cylinder done for the 572. The sun's just gonna start coming over the hills on oh yeah, that's Gabriel Island, where you kind of see the sun popping up there, and there's that kind of steam down there. There's a pulp mill. We have a pulp and paper mill here called Harmac. A lot of my old friends that work there, old relatives. My buddy Scoob works there right now. He might be there right now on finishing night shift. They produce there a certain fiber, a type of fiber they use in medical linen, medical clothing, and whatnot. So it's quite a unique stuff. And they also do, you know, the paper too. I believe one of the fellows off the Log Home show, you know, the guys up in Williams Lake there, they got a TV show. Oh, what are the heck they called? Yeah, I forget. Anyways, I think one of the owner of that log home place owns part of this too, and the employees own it. Years ago, it was a union place owned by McMillan Blodell, M&B, called the Red and White Store. We used to call it. A lot of people used to bring him a few nuts and bolts from there. They call it the Red and White Store. So yeah, then it kind of had some hard times and was really costly to run with the union. And a lot of the old timers that were there for years, so they kind of changed it around and gave the kind of not really shut it down, but kind of it changed hands, and then the employees were allowed to buy into it, which was a smart deal. So a lot of the employees got a share in it now, and you know that gives you an incentive. I think the place runs better now and more steady with probably half the employees that it used to have, just because it's modernized and people take more interest in it now. When you own something, you take interest in something. Okay, it's just starting to come up now. It's getting pretty bright, eh? See it reflecting off there. My daughter got stuck up island. There was a sinkhole on the highway. We've had so much destruction here lately. Weird stuff. The army base up in Comox, one of the barracks blew up, had a gas leak. Like, just been weird stuff going on in the last week. All the damage from the storms in the Fraser Valley over there flooding out. Animals have been dying from the floods. It's been terrible. If you watch our local news, you'd see that, but a lot of you don't see that. Okay, so I'm gonna go get that 572 done. Get out and do that camper thing later, hopefully, and drag Shelly out there to help me. Take our little SUV. My truck will probably get stuck there in two-wheel drive. It's really a lot of clay mud out there, and it's super slippery. Okay, so hey, keep your saw on the wood. Have a good weekend. Check out the walkersawshop.com online store. Geez, I've been saying that every time now, eh? Better get a little bit of royalties from that. Ah, Johnny. Okay, have a great day. The sun's up, but now there's clouds blocking it. Okay, bye.